Hello, and welcome to the Cian and Owen podcast. Today it's Cian, and I'm joined back with Owen.
Yep, glad to be back.
Alright, so today we're going to be talking about 10 guys who are going to break out this year, or have bounce back.
Or step forward.
Step forward, that's the words I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And then we also have a list of 10 guys who are going to
Take a step back.
Take a step back from this past year. But first, some hockey news that have gone down since the last podcast. To start off, New York Rangers have bought out former star defenseman Kevin Shattenkirk, whose time was short in New York, where he only played 2 of the 4 years of his contract, where he signed for 4 years for $26 million. The Rangers are saving $5.17 million against the cap this year. Do you find this move surprising at all?
No, because they were over the cap, so they had to lose somebody, and I guess it was probably between Shattenkirk and Brendan Smith, but Smith you can just put in the minors, and
yeah, for sure,
that'll help. So I guess they had no other choice. It had to be done.
More buyout news. Calgary Flames have also bought out one of their defensemen, Michael Stone, who was on his last season of the $3.5 million contract. This buyout saves the Flames $2.3 million this year, but will also cost them $1.2 million next year against the cap. Going with this buyout, the Flames now have $7 million to sign their 2 RFAs, Matthew Tkachuk and Andrew Magapane or something
Mangipane?
like that.
I don't know. I think that's how you pronounce it.
What kind of contract do you think these 2 guys are going to be looking for?
I think Mangipane, if that's how you say it, is don't think it'll be too much. Maybe like just a shade over $1 million or something.
Yeah.
Tkachuk. Timo Meyer got 4 years at what, $6 million a year?
Yeah,
I think Tkachuk will get at least 7. At 7, I'll go even 7.5.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
It depends how long the term is, right?
Yeah, exactly. That changes everything.
Yeah. Going on to some trades now, or the only trade. The Ottawa Senators acquired Ryan Callahan and a 5th-round pick from the Tampa Bay Lightning in exchange for Mike Condon and a 6th-round pick. Callahan only has 1 year left on his contract, but he is on LTIR. I have absolutely no clue how that works. I know it just takes away the cap, like some percentage or something.
Yeah.
Due to a career-ending back injury he sustained this year. With this trade, this also opens up who will be playing in net for the Ottawa Senators, as it seems to be set in stone that Craig Anderson and Anders Nielsen will be in the lineup, where this leaves Philip Gustafsson down in Belleville. Now onto some free agent signings. So we just talked about Kevin Shattenkirk being bought out a few days ago. But today, August 5th, he signed a 1 year, $1.75 million contract with the Tampa Bay Lightning, which is basically taking over Strawman's spot.
Yeah, or Dan Girardi, either one of them. Because
I think this is a great signing.
Yeah, it's low risk. I don't know. I mean, you get to go play in Tampa Bay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that for Shattenkirk. His chance to bounce back and make a bit more money next summer.
Yeah, for sure. But just with this, what does this mean for Point? That's another.
I think they're okay. I think they have. I saw it this morning. It's like around $9 million in cap space.
Oh, okay.
It's like 8 or 9 million somewhere in there, for Point and Ernie. So
Ernie shouldn't want much.
No, so.
Or he's probably gonna ask for much, but he won't get a lot.
I mean, they're Tampa Bay. They'll find a way. They always do.
Sure. As well, for a signing, Jake McCabe signed a 2 years, $5.7 million contract with Buffalo Sabres. Most known for
I'm not a fan of this guy.
destroying Liney after Scheifele gave him a suicide pass off the middle of the ice.
Not a fan.
Some RFA news that has gone on over the past few days. Mitch Marner and the Leafs are apparently nowhere near a contract deal, so it seems to be there's potential he pulls a willy knee and sits out until he gets a deal.
Yeah.
Which I think quite a few RFAs are going to do that this year.
I don't know. I think I'm basing this really off nothing, but I think they'll all sign some point in September, maybe during the first week of training camp. I think once one signs, it'll just be a snowball effect, and everyone will just sign within that time. Maybe one will go into the season, but I don't think that 10 guys are going to be missing
I don't think all
big chunks of the season.
Because quite a few of those teams have enough cap. It's just they haven't worked out a contract yet.
Exactly.
But then I read something like a lot of teams are waiting for Marner to sign their RFAs.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows, because as I said, there's seems to be nothing near between Marner and the Leafs.
Yes, exactly.
Now there more news. Jesse Pujärvi has told the Oilers and the media that he's going to go over to play in Europe if he doesn't get traded out of the organization. I think this is somewhat of a smart move for him because Oilers have not used him whatsoever, it seems. They've just kind of buried him in the AHL.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of on both of them, though. I mean, he didn't really do anything to improve. I mean, he could have just not complained and gone to work or whatever, but you know what? Whatever. He goes home. Hopefully he can find somewhere else to play.
For sure. Now for some GM news. The Minnesota Wild have fired Paul Fenton just 14 months after being hired. He did make some questionable trades during the season with the Nino Niederreiter for Victor Rask trade, and then trading away Charlie Coyle for Ryan Donato, as well as a questionable signing with signing Matt Zuccarello, who was 31 years old, to a 5-year, $30 million contract.
Oh man,
it was a short time, but I don't know.
Painful time for Wild fans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I get he was trying to get younger, but like you could at least get some picks back at least.
Yeah. Just hope you guys don't sign Peter Chiarelli.
Oh yeah, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
And last thing before we move on to the real reason of the podcast, the NHL Network released their top 20 centers list in the NHL, which caused a lot of controversy throughout the hockey world. The top 20 from 1 to 20. Number 1, Connor McDavid, followed by Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, Alec Barkov or Sasha Barkov, John Tavares, Austin Matthews, Patrice Bergeron, Steven Stamkos, Mark Scheifele, Braden Point, Tyler Seguin, Ryan O'Reilly, Evgeny Malkin, Sebastian Aho.
Evgeny,
my bad. Evgeny Kuznetsov, or is it Evgeny?
Pretty sure it's Evgeny, but I don't know how they say it in Russia.
Yeah.
So,
Logan Couture, Nicholas Backstrom, Sean Monahan, and Elias Pettersson. I said in Sweden. Do you think this list is a joke, or?
I don't think they've made worse lists, so.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think it's horrible. I can live with it. It's whatever. You know what? I have my list. They have theirs. It's fine. You know what? Maybe the Cian and Owen podcast will come up with our own list, and everyone can roast us about how bad it is when we do that. So, you know what? Possible video or podcast in the future. But you know what?
Would you list Draisaitl as a center?
Right now, no. But I mean, it could change.
He is listed as a center, but he also played wing with David.
But they also have Jonathan Marchessault listed as a centerman. So.
Really?
Yeah. So
I did not know that.
I guess it's kind of.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't really know if they really ever change it. So I mean, right now he's a winger, but it could change within a year.
Who knows? All right.
Moving on.
Yep, to the lists.
All right, so I guess we will start with what should we start? Players taking a step back.
Yeah, I think step back.
All right, so first off.
Before we say this though, this is not shots or anything. Like these guys are still going to be studs.
Yeah.
It's just they kind of over excelled this year.
Yeah.
And they won't be doing as well, we don't think.
Yeah, and we could be completely wrong. Like just because we say these players are going to take a step back, they could go out and have career years or just improve. So yeah, exactly. We're just trying to come up with 10 players that we think had good years or excellent years that might just take a step back, even if it's just a little small step. Just trying to load up the list here. It's
kind of slow.
Yep.
But yeah.
Come on, today, just load up.
Nice.
All right. So starting off for a player that we believe will take a step back, we have from the Calgary Flames, Mark Giordano. He had 74 points in 78 games this past season, 17 goals, and he won the Norris Trophy. So,
is that a career high in points?
Yeah, by far.
Oh no, he got 81 points in it. Oh no, that's penalty minutes.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know. A bunch of Flames had years. Like we were looking at Derek Ryan, but he had 38 points.
Oh.
He had what, like 12 tucks.
Yeah, that's
It's
big
like
difference.
a lot of the Flames just over excelled this year at the right time. And
Yeah.
Giordano's one of them.
Yeah,
And
I think.
I don't know. He's aging.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll do as good.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think Calgary will do as well next year. I think they'll take a step back as well.
Goaltending is
And-
what's holding them back.
Yeah,
David
plus
Redditch isn't.
I don't know. He could break out. You never know. Take a
Yeah.
step forward. But anyways, Giordano, he'll be 36 in October. So I mean, he's getting up there. Not many guys can do what he just did and put a career best year at that age. So good for him. I mean, he'll still be
Really
an
good.
awesome defenseman, but will he win the Norris next season? Probably not. I don't know about that. But yeah, I mean, hopefully he has another good year. But while we're talking about players taking a step back, let's just stick with the Calgary Flames and move up front to Elias Lindholm. Get us started.
Well, he hasn't been in the NHL for long. He's drafted in 2013. This year he put up 78 points, 27 talks, 51 assists. And whereas last year he had 44 points, 16 talks, 28 assists. I don't know. Playing with Goudreau and Monahan and all those, like having Giordano on the power play and most of the time on the ice, like I think that helped him big time this year, but I don't see him putting up 70 points again this upcoming year.
No, I feel like somewhere in the middle is reasonable. Like 55 points, I feel like is kind of the more realistic bar, because before this past season, his career best was 45 points. So 78, that's a huge jump.
Yeah.
So
and he's been kind of consistent 40-point getter.
Yeah.
Since like 39, 39, 45, 44. So like if he can at least get 50 this year, then it's still awesome for him. But
Yeah,
I don't think see him getting above 70 again, unless if they just carry that whole team like they did this year.
Yeah, I don't think he'll drop below, say, 50. I think he'll be kind of around the 50 to 60, which is still great, but near a point a game,
Big question.
I think, that's a little bit questionable. So we'll move on to the next player who, Cian, you know a lot about this man.
Yeah.
He
Captain America, former San Jose Shark, loved him.
He moved on this summer, though.
To Dallas. Joe Pavelski had an unreal year this year. 38 talks, 26 assists for 64 points. Not his career high in points by any means, but he's aging. He won't be playing with as good as role players as he was in San Jose.
Yeah.
Because who's on that second line in Dallas?
Dallas, so I guess they'll be like Rope Hintz and I'm not sure who'll be on
Jason Robertson. I don't know if he'll break out yet.
I don't know. Like
I don't really know much about Dallas because they have a whole bunch of like no names, it seems.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I mean, they have their top line of Radulov, Sagan, and Ben. So don't know if that'll change too much. Then I guess that leaves Hintz and Pavelski and whoever slots in on the left wing. I mean, Corey Perry will probably be on the third or fourth line. So yeah, Pavelski. A lot of people have been hyping up Dallas this summer.
They just added old guys.
Yeah, I don't
Pavelski
completely.
get a 3-year contract.
I mean, I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think that they're. I mean, their goalie's made of glass, so to expect them to be this Stanley Cup contending team, all of a sudden is, I don't know. I mean, I think there's a chance, but I don't think they're gonna win the cup.
And they also only added Corey Perry and Andre Sekera.
Yeah,
it's like those aren't
they're not gonna
guys who
move
are
the needle.
gonna be super helpful. Sekera may barely even crack the roster some nights.
Yeah, so I don't think Pavelski will
Excel as
light
well
up the
as he
world
did.
or anything like some people are making it sound.
I hope he does because I love Captain America, but I don't know. Depends who he plays with.
Yeah, exactly, and if he plays on the power play, which I'm sure he will.
Yeah, for sure.
Changes everything.
One of the best tippers, probably the best tipper in the league, though.
Oh yeah, he's up there for sure.
All right, staying in the Central Division from Chicago Blackhawks, Eric Gustafson. How old is he?
He's 27.
27. Rarely ever heard of this guy. This is what, his third year in the dub? Or in the, not dub, jeez. The
In
show.
the show, yep.
Put up 60 points on the back end.
Yeah.
I read he had like
That
45 power play points this year or something. But I don't know. Maybe not that many.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like he was just a power play specialist this year. But
I think what'll hold him back from getting more points is I'm not sure if there'll be as many minutes for him in Chicago this year because they added Oli Mata as well as Calvin DeHaan. So there's more defensemen, so less opportunity for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't really see a way that he'll get 60 points. I mean, if he put up 40, that would still be awesome.
Yeah.
So
if he was a forward and put up 60 points, yeah, for sure. But he's a defenseman who like no one really ever heard about till this year.
Before the season, his career at 16 points in 35 games.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was just
just kind of seemed, I don't know, not something that we think will be done twice. All right, moving on to Captain Keith. With Keith Yandel. I mean, we love this guy, but he'll be turning 33 in about a month. So yeah, you know what? We don't think that he'll keep his level of production as high for the upcoming season. Probably still put up around 50 points, but to expect 62 again seems like a lot.
Yeah, especially on. I mean, Florida didn't really add in forward or defensive help. They added Strawman.
Brett Connolly, Nola Chari.
Oh, I forgot what.
Yeah.
But it's not like stud guys who go out there and get 50 points like some guys, right? They only really added Bobrovsky.
Well, you know what? I still think this guy will be a beast because when we do our season's predictions videos, this might be a team that I have contending for a certain trophy in the NHL this year. So
Prince of Wales?
Stay tuned for that. Now we move on to the bunch of jerks. He signed there this summer. Ryan Dzingel, sorry. 27 years old. This past season with Ottawa and Columbus, he put up 56 points.
On Ottawa and Columbus this year, right?
Yeah.
21 games, 12 points with Columbus, which isn't that bad. Like
it's not great.
Nothing special. Like he's a very average player. In Ottawa, in 57 games, he put up 22 goals, 22 assists. So it's like he's more of a two-way player.
Yeah, but I don't think this is.
No, I don't think he'll.
No, I mean, I think it was just a bad Ottawa team where he got lots of opportunity and whatnot. So
we'll even look at him in Columbus in the playoffs. I think he put up 1 point.
Yeah, and he was healthy, scratched at points. On Carolina, I mean, he's not going to be the go-to guy. He'll just be a depth player. So
he'll be second, third, probably second line behind Aho and Svechnikov and Teravainen.
Yeah.
Even if Martin Necas squeezes into the lineup.
Yeah.
I could very well see it. But he's a stud.
Oh, yeah. All right, so now we have a bit of a different player here, Zach Parise.
I hated this guy on my fantasy team 2 years ago. I picked him up without knowing he had an injury. He didn't play until like right before the All-Star break. I was pissed.
So Parise this past season, 61 points in 74 games. Big bounce back, but he's a guy that has not really been healthy for several years now. So yeah, it's been a tough go for him, but a nice year here. But Minnesota got much worse. I mean, they had Zuccarello, but they're a team that's headed down.
Like we said with Paul Fenton.
Just
no help.
No, it's kind of a mess. So
that contract's terrible.
Yeah, hopefully Parise has a good year, but no, not 60.
Like he was somewhat close to a point per game, but again, like Dzingel, he's on a bad Minnesota team where they don't really have much help. They have Koivu and.
Yeah, but even Koivu, I don't think he's...
Yeah, no, like I'm just saying guys who like...
I mean, their top scorers are...
Zucker.
Yeah, Zucker,
Zuccarello. Yeah, Zuccarello now.
But now Paul Fenton gone, so hopefully he won't be looking to trade him. I mean, they still have Eric Stahl there, but I mean, they're just such an old team, so...
I think I'm going to listen to the Spin Chicklets pod today, and they're saying how Minnesota's the oldest team average at like 33.
Crazy.
Which is nuts.
Yeah, they're old. So a lot has been said about Cole Caulfield and how he's a tiny goal scorer and how he's lighting it up. Can't speak today.
Against Canada.
So you know what? We'll talk about an undersized sniper here in Cam Atkinson. He had 41 goals this past season in 80 games, 69 points.
That's nuts.
Yeah, but Columbus lost a lot this summer. What do you think?
Oh, like I didn't watch much of Columbus this year. I don't think many people did, unless if you're a Columbus fan.
Yeah, or the hockey guy.
Yeah. But like, I didn't really see many highlights of any of Atkinson's 41 goals.
No, Columbus is just, hate to say it, but until the playoffs, they were just kind of
irrelevant.
One of the forgotten teams. They don't get too much coverage in Canada, at least.
I didn't even know that they were in contention for playoffs until they made all those trades for Duchesne and traded away basically their future for about 40 more games.
Yeah, they don't get too much coverage here, which is too bad for guys like Atkinson, but I mean, they lost a lot of good players, so to expect 41 goals out of him again, I mean, he'll probably get around 35, but...
Like, there's only been 2 seasons where he's put up more than 25 goals. Yeah. And he put up 27, 35 in those 2 years.
Yeah.
41's pushing it. He was probably playing with Panarin and...
Yeah,
or
Dubois, so...
Dubois or Wenberg.
Yeah. Or Duchesne for a little bit there,
right. But still, like, 41 touch, I can't see that happening again.
No, I mean, it's hard to score consistently, but I mean, he's done that, but at 41, it's...
Yeah, I can still see him putting up quite a few points, but I don't know about 41.
Yeah.
Dogs. Now moving on to the goalie side of this.
Yep.
We have Darcy Kemper.
And we know Gibbs will be a big fan of this one. He likes this goalie here.
But he played in Arizona this year. He 27 wins, 20 losses, 8 ties. His goals against average was 2.33, and his save percentage was...
You can't tie the NHL.
His save percentage was .925. Like, I can't see this happening again. Is he still in Arizona?
Yeah, he is.
I mean...
Yeah, I mean, Ranta got hurt, so I don't think he'll play this many games unless if Ranta gets hurt again. But to expect this level of goaltending is...
questionable.
Yeah,
it would be a solid backup if
Yeah.
Ranta plays.
Or I'd say he'd be a good kind of like 1A, 1A, 1B, like where he's not the guy, but can kind of share it, kind of like Robin
like
Leonard.
Thomas Greiss.
And Greiss.
Who was on the bubble of this list.
Yeah.
Next up, I think he's at the top.
Is he? There.
Next up, we have former Edmonton Oiler, Capital, named...
He is an Edmonton Oiler.
Or now he is an Edmonton Oiler, my bad. I thought he was on Calgary this year still. But we have Alex Chason. Put up, wait, why is he on this? Oh, put up 38 points in 73 games. Doesn't sound like it's anything special, but...
22 goals is...
Yeah, he had 22 goals on a team that...
Yeah. His best before this year were 13 in his first full season in Dallas, so...
yeah, he's never put up more than 15.
Yeah, 22. I don't care if you play with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl.
You should not be getting 22 goals.
Well, yeah.
You should be, but
I don't expect it.
Yeah.
He's 28. He'll be turning 29 for the start of the season, so to expect 20 goals again just kind of seems like a one-off. I mean, he's a cup champion, so good for him and all that, but I mean, he had an outstanding year, so...
On a very shitty team.
Yeah, but don't expect it. This is where we're going. Now, I guess we will move on to...
step forward.
Yeah, players that we think will take a step forward that, you know what, they still had good years this year, but we think that they can have another level to hit, and that we think that this will be the season where they just kind of establish their game just a little bit more and just take a step forward. So
starting off with the list, we have Nico Hischier, part of the team that's done the best by far this whole offseason.
Oh yeah,
getting so many assets, so many.
Yeah,
they
Rain,
Gusev, Raymond or Wayne Simmons.
Yeah.
PK
Subban.
Subban. Guess that's it.
Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes, duh. I was just thinking free agency, but this year he put up 47 points, 69 games. Last year in his rookie year, he put up 52 and 82. I think this kid can get at least 70 points this year.
Yeah, I think New Jersey will be right in the thick of things for playoffs. I think they'll slide in, but I think it'll be close.
It's all goaltending for them.
Oh, yeah, it'll come, but we'll talk about that very soon.
Yeah.
But 47 points in 69 games this past season. I just think if Taylor Hall's back healthy and if he's playing with him, add some more help. They got guys like Jesper Bratt and Palmieri, and now Wayne Simmons.
Jack Hughes too.
I think this is his breakout year.
Oh, yeah, this is
his third year. I think he's gotten a lot of experience.
I could see him being like a Jonathan Huberdeau, go very under the radar and put up 90 whatever points. I don't know if he'll put up that many.
Yeah,
I think he'll be close to point a game.
I feel like close to point a game. Kind of like how Barkov over the years has slowly built up, and he started just kind of as solid player, but then he eventually built up to where he is now, which is one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, for sure. Sasha.
All right, so should we stick with New Jersey here?
Yeah. Up next on the list we have young goalie in the making, Mackenzie Blackwood. I think this was his rookie year.
Was it? I'll pull it up.
I think so. Pretty sure. Because I remember he played in, was it Barrie?
Yep, it was his rookie year.
I'm pretty sure he played in Barrie before. I just remember having him in NHL.
Yeah.
His cards. But this year he went 10-10, 2.61 goals against, and a .918 save percentage. That's very solid on the team. That was last year for New Jersey. Like, he had absolutely no help. Hall was injured basically a third of the way, or for 2/3 of the season. I mean. Yeah. And he's what? 20?
He's 22. So yeah, he's young. He's learning, but he's big, and you know, if New Jersey's going to take a step forward, we think that this guy will be a big part of it because we're not sure how much Corey Schneider has left.
Like, he won one. He didn't win a game for a year. I don't think he has much left in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, he could be one of the bounce backs, and he could take a step forward. But we like Mackenzie Blackwood for taking the step forward.
Yeah, for sure.
So the next player is
talked about this guy or
he's
the team.
An established player already. He's won Art Ross trophy, so he's not exactly this under the radar player that's going to break out. But Jamie Benn had a bit of a down year. 53 points in 78 games, 27 goals. By his standards, that's a weak year.
Yeah, he's not known for putting up too many points. Like, he's a consistent 60-ish point getter. But yeah, like you said, like, I don't know, just with that team now, like we were saying Pavelski's going to have a down year, but I think having guys like Pavelski to kind of take the pressure off of guys like Ben and Sagan.
Yeah, and they can just do their thing.
Yeah, they can do their thing finally, because it's not just one line now. Like, they always have Pavelski to kind of be able to get in there and either snizzy the puck to them or
I agree.
You know, getting Ben that extra assist from a shot and tap. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Ben will put up around 70, 75 points.
Oh yeah, I think he'll be closer to the point of game, kind of like 2 seasons ago where he had 79 and 82. I feel like that's pretty realistic. 35 goals, I feel like, is a realistic expectation.
I think I keep looking at penalty minutes because that's why I said he's consistent 60-point getter.
No,
he's much more than a consistent 60-point getter, because I was looking at penalty minutes like a little dummy boy. But moving on, staying in the same division.
To my team.
Yeah,
Winnipeg Jets.
Team.
We have as the step forward Patrick Laine. So you know what? By his standards, a bit of a down year. Only 30 goals, 50 points in 82 games. He was extremely inconsistent, but you know what? He has a world-class shot. His playmaking is underrated. For anyone that says he only has a shot, you obviously have not watched the Winnipeg Jets games enough. I mean, has he had his bad games? Absolutely. Has he had bad defensive plays? For sure, but I mean, the shot's there, the potential's there. I think just a full summer off and just kind of regrouping, can come in fresh, I don't think he'll be this bad again.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, we talk about 30 goals as being bad for him. I mean, when you're 21 and 30 goals is considered bad, I think you're off to a pretty good start to your career.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And also, like, he put up 30 goals and he disappeared for what, 2.5, 3 months?
Oh, yeah.
Where he put what,
I think
2
it was,
goals, I think.
Yeah,
One.
I mean, he scored, what was it, like 18 goals in November or something
Yeah.
ridiculous like that.
So like, the fact that he disappeared for 2-3 months.
Or I don't
and
know if
put
it was
up-
that many, but
Or whatever, however long he went silent.
yeah,
Basically.
yeah. There
And he
was a
still
long
put
time.
up 30 goals. That's unreal. Like, if he didn't go silent for however long he did, he could at least have had at least 40.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, I mean, I expected him to kind of be back at that 40, 45 goal
Yeah,
level
for
that he
sure.
was at, competing for the Rocket Richard. I don't think he's going to stay like this in this form forever, where he's just kind of a 30 goal scorer
Yeah.
that's inconsistent. He's too good for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Now next we have a
Teammate-
Jerks player.
Teammate of Ryan Dzingel,
Yep.
Andreas Sveshnikov. He was in his rookie year this year. Only put up 37 points, 20 tucks. I don't know. I could see him really breaking out to the start.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone thought he was going to be for being what, 2nd overall pick.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. You can't really say much because he doesn't have much of a past with him just being a rookie.
Yeah.
He has a really good shot, decent playmaking. I'm pretty sure. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
he put up 40 goals, 32 assists. So like,
Yeah, I mean, he's been a scorer at every level so far, so we think that this year he'll just kind of improve on it, and really, I mean, on Carolina team where you can play with Sebastian Aho and Teuvo Teravainen and lots of good players, we think that he just has another level to hit, maybe even another 2 or 3 levels before he really hits his peak. But I mean, he's only 19, so he has room to grow, but what would you say is realistic? 50 points this year? I'll go 50.
I'm going like 60, 65.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'll play a bit more conservative and go 50, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he did hit the 65.
Speaking of Carolina,
whatever.
I don't know what their cap situation is like right now. I don't know if they have a bit of cap, but I could see them signing Jake Gardner closer to the beginning of the year. I don't know if they really need much defensive help, but I think someone like Gardner would kind of help them.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Losing
okay.
this year.
Yeah, no, I think they'll be fine because they got like Jake Bean coming up.
Yeah,
So
it'd be fine, but it's just I think it would just help them that little bit more, you know.
yeah, I guess. Next up,
We got newest member of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Involved in the Phil Kessel trade, Alex Galchenyuk. Played in Arizona this past year, only put up 41 points in 72 games. I don't know. I've never really watched this guy. He's put up 30 goals once and 20 goals only one other year too, both in Montreal. What I've heard though, this guy is pretty consistent, or not consistent player, but like good two-way player, I guess you could say. I've never really watched him.
yeah.
So
From what I've seen, it's like the potential and the skills there, but just sometimes it's a lack of. I don't know if it's work ethic, just doesn't blend in. Just sometimes just kind of lazy defensively.
We'll have to ask Warga about.
Oh yeah, he would know a lot more. But
about how he plays.
Yeah, from what I have seen, it's just just kind of comes across as just a bit like lazy defensively. Just I don't know. I mean, he's hit 30 goals, but if he can't take a step forward playing with Sidney Crosby or Evgeny Malkin, then he never will.
I think he'll be like a Jake Gensel, like just.
Yeah, I mean, he should find his game.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully he does, but
he's only 25. Like he's still pretty young.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so he'll fill in that Phil Kessel slot very nicely.
All right, next up we got a player that played against Keane's San Jose Sharks in the playoffs.
We ended, thank God. JT Comfort, he played 66 games, put up 32 points. He looked like a stud in the playoffs.
He was really good in the playoffs.
He was flying out there, could shoot the puck pretty well.
Yeah, he had some good games.
He had 6 points in 12 games, which is pretty good for, what was he, third line, second line?
Yeah, second, third line.
Yeah.
floating around.
Floating around with him and
Yeah, him. I think he played
Soderberg.
Soderberg, Kerfoot, those guys.
All those guys, and
yeah, and I think now Colorado has more help. They have Kadri, they have Donskoy. There's Burakovsky was brought in, so there's more options. Better players to play with. So yeah, I think
Colorado
has
a very underrated offseason.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they lost Tyson Barrier, but they picked up Byram in the draft.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, got solidified second liner,
Mhm.
Nazem Kadri in the Byram trade, or
Barry. Yeah.
I mean, and then they also like you said traded for Burakovsky, right? They traded for him, right?
Yeah.
I think he was an RFA.
Yeah, I think it was like
something.
second or third round.
Yeah, and then they also signed what was it? Just
Donskoy?
Donskoy, yeah, which is a really good pickup for them. I love Donskoy in San Jose. Doesn't put up the most points, but really good two-way player. So.
Yeah, I'd say you can put up probably between 40 and 50 points.
Yeah.
Take another step forward.
Even if he's playing on the power play, if he somehow slots in there with Landeskog or Rantanen or McKinnon, right?
Yeah.
If Rantanen plays.
Oh, that'll be fun.
If he resigns, which he probably will because they have a ton of cap.
All right, next up from Tirana, we have Kasperi Kapanen, 23 years old. Played 78 games this past year, put up 20 goals, 44 points. Yeah, I think this guy has another level to hit. I think he'll hit 30 this year playing with Matthews.
For sure.
I think he'll just hit another level.
He'll probably with Matthews and Marner or Nylander.
Probably Nylander. Maybe Janssen.
Yeah. Which
we'll see how the lines shake out, but
I could see him putting up 60 points.
Oh yeah, for sure.
60 points, 30 goals.
Yeah.
Maybe 65.
Yeah, I think he'll
he has Matthews to pass the puck to, and right, whoever he plays with is going to be unreal. It's either between Matthews, Tavares, Marner, or Nylander. It'll probably be Matthews and Nylander. Well, because what do you think the first one's going to be?
Probably
Kerfoot?
No, Tavares, Hyman, Marner.
Oh, okay.
Same. I think that's what it was. That's what it was last year. So I don't know why they would change. And then
Hyman, backdoor specialist.
He's good at it. So
he scored. They don't ask how, they ask how many. Am I right?
Exactly. All right. So moving on to a player that Cian is very familiar with. He took a bit of a step back this year, but injuries are a big part to
concern.
do with it. But
best hair in the league.
Debatable. This guy is Matthew Perreault, but
Chris Thorburn too.
He's an elite talent. He had not the greatest season this past year, but we think he'll be back at that elite level for this upcoming season.
Goes by the nickname EK65. Erik Karlsson. He did put up 45 points in 53 games this year, 42 assists and 3 talks, which is 3 talks is nothing compared to him. Last year he put up 9, but the years before he put up 20, 21, 16, and 17. So hopefully this year he gets healthy. He's been training this offseason, hopefully. I don't know. I could see him being I don't know if quite on Brent Burns' point per game level.
No.
But at least 70 points.
Yeah, I think
Easy.
I think last year was just the injuries and adjusting to a new team.
I know he signed there for 7-8 years.
Yeah, so I think he'll be kind of back at the Erik Karlsson we know, and where he's. I mean, I don't think he'll be as weak defensively either. Where he had a couple highlight reel plays in the playoffs, but not for the right reasons, for bad turnovers in his own end.
It's
but
a nice assist to the other guys.
Yeah, but I think this year he'll kind of be back to his form of top 10 player in the world. But I mean,
what was it? 3 years ago, he was the best player in the NHL.
Oh yeah, he's easily top 3.
Yeah, so hopefully he can get back with San Jose with that, because we kind of need that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
So, we've made it to our last player that we think will take a step forward next season. He's plays for the enemies of the San Jose Sharks. He goes by Rickard Rakell.
Yeah.
He's a left winger, born in Sweden, 26 years old. And this past season, 43 points in 69 games.
Nice.
He's better than that. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
He's
for sure.
69 points in 77 games. The year before, 34 goals. Anaheim took a step back, but
they were terrible.
Yeah, they should be better this year.
Yeah, they have a lot of prospects coming
yeah.
up to help out Raquel. They have Comtois.
Yeah, Sam Steele.
Max Jones, right?
Yeah.
Who did they just draft?
Trevor Zegras, but I don't think
yeah.
he'll play this year. But then
I could see him.
they got John Gibson, who's one of the best goalies in the league.
Oh,
they
yeah,
also
for
got
sure.
Hampus Lindholm, Cam Fowler, Josh Manson. I mean, there's just so.
Who did they get from Montour?
They still have Ryan Getzlaff. Montour was it
Brendan Goulet.
Gooley and a pick for Braden Tracy.
Oh, it was the first round pick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see this guy easily getting 70 points this year, playing with all those young guys and having Getzlaff. And is Silverberg still there?
Yeah, he's still is.
So Silverberg, he could be a decent player too to help out all the rooks there, right? So I don't know. I could see him putting at least 70, 75 points up this year. Wouldn't be surprised if he'd be like a Nico Hischier though, close to playing a game.
Yeah, no, I think this guy will. He plays all 82 games. I think he'll be around 70 points again. So I guess that wraps it up for this episode.
I was just gonna say for Raquel, like with getting Corey Perry out of there now, like that opens up another spot. He probably was playing first line before.
Oh yeah, for sure he was.
But it's just that's Raquel is now that much more important to the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah.
Because you could tell they wanted Corey Perry to try to have another good year.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. So yeah.
So like we said, these players, the ones that we said could take a step back, could be the ones taking a step forward, and with the other way around, with the players taking a step forward, they take a step back. So
or stay about the same.
Yeah, it's all
all
subjective.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, do you want to close it out, Cian?
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys, and see you guys next time.